Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Real Madrid have destroyed Las Palmas 4-1 and they go right at the top of the La Liga table. So let's go ahead and talk about this game. I mean, what a start to this game we had. Inside 30 seconds, Las Palmas shocked everybody and they took the shock lead 1-0, and everybody was, literally you could see the Real Madrid players looking at each other, fans, each other's faces, the fans, everybody was basically, they were still singing their anthems, and I was watching the game, and the commentator was still mentioning the teams that were playing, the players' names, and Las Palmas were 1-0 ahead, and at the Santiago Bernabeu nobody knew what had happened, but that was the only good thing for Las Palmas in that game, unfortunately for them, because after that it was just a wave after wave of Real Madrid attacks, and Las Palmas had to defend for their lives. Unfortunately for them, they were not really able to do that. I mean, Real Madrid were really good. They knew how important this game was. Atleti had lost yesterday. Barcelona had dropped points as well. So it was a perfect opportunity for Real Madrid to get the win, go at the top of the table, create this difference not only from Atleti, but even increase the difference that already Barcelona had from Barcelona, and they were really able to do it. Kylian Mbappe, I think he had one of his best games in a Real Madrid shirt. He looked like the player that Real Madrid signed for. The star player that taking the team forward. He created so many chances. He could have easily had a 4 or 5 goals. He had a brace today, but he could have had 3 or 4 goals alone. And the goal for Ibrahim Diaz as well. It came off a Kylian Mbappe shot from a follow through for Real Madrid. Kylian Mbappe shot. That's how good he was. I think this is the type of performance that Real Madrid fans expect from Kylian Mbappe. The first half of the season has not gone according to plan for Madrid, and Mbappe, they would hope that now this form gives this game gives him confidence, and he can continue this form until the end of the season and help them win the Champions League, help them win the La Liga as well, because this was a really special performance from him, even though it was against Las Palmas, even though it was at Santiago Bernabeu. But you need performances like this from your star players to build up confidence as well. I think that the entirety of that team had a really good performance. The way they got, Rodrigo, I think, had a really good game onto the win. He was a complete menace the entirety of that game. I mean, Las Palmas fullback would be having nightmares about him. Ibrahim Diaz, as I already mentioned, while Wardley had a great game, Jude Bellingham came close so many times. All of them chipped in. Real Madrid get back into the game courtesy of Kylian Mbappe penalty. Very simple, very easy penalty from there for him. Then it's Mbappe again for that second goal. Ibrahim Diaz scores the third goal, and Rodrigo finishes off for the fourth goal. And in between, they could have easily had so many goals themselves, so many chances created, so many shots on target, hitting the crossbar, hitting the side net. It was a really dominating performance from Real Madrid, the type of performance you expect from Real Madrid. And I think Las Palmas are lucky that because they played like at the last 30 minutes with 10 men, that Real Madrid really did not push for more goals after that fourth one, because otherwise it could have been a really big problem for them, if I'm being very honest. They were on a really different planet today, Real Madrid, and I think their biggest star was shining the brightest, Kylian Mbappe. He would be so happy with that performance. The way that he moved today, it was so effortlessly he was moving today. It just showed that he felt something different today. He felt like a proper world-class player today, which we have seen the glimpses of his greatness in Real Madrid jersey at the first half of the season. He has not really shown until now, but today he was really spectacular. I think, as I said, Rodrigo had an amazing game. I think Kylian Mbappe was the main star player, and I think the second number it would be Rodrigo. He did a really good game. Ibrahim Diaz as well. The entirety of that up front four, I think they played really well. They worked well off each other. And at the moment they get that red card, I really thought that it was going to be a disaster for Las Palmas, but I think they played really safe. They sort of understood that the game is done and dusted, so they really did not push. They have a Champions League game coming midweek, so that's an important game for them. They need to make sure that they finish in the top 16, top 8. So they really did not push for that much after the red card incident. So because they really they sort of understood that they had won the game, and now especially with that extra man advantage, they really did not want to push far ahead. Las Palmas, on the other hand, as I said, the best moment for them was the first 30 seconds or the first minute of the game were the best for them. Apart from that, they were poor. They were not really poor. Like, they were just not on Real Madrid's level today. Madrid was so good. Las Palmas I did try. They really tried. You cannot afford for them. Their performance. They desire to defend, but unfortunately, it did not really happen for them. It did. Defensively, they were really poor. The midfield, it was non-existent. The entire like if you are having a 75% possession, your midfield is barely there. Let's be very honest about it. And I mean, they really did not even have, when they were trying to, they would get the ball, they were not really able to do anything with that. They would lose the ball quite quickly, even when they had the possession. So I think it was a complete and utter dominance by Real Madrid, which was quite evident. And I think Las Palmas, I keep on saying this, they in a way they are lucky. Losing 4-1 is a bad thing, but I think because of how tight the league is at the bottom, especially with that relegation places, they would be happy that they just lost 4-1. That it's a -3 goal difference, that they really did not consider 5, 6, 7, because at the end maybe the team who's gonna get relegated might be decided on the basis of goal difference. So they would be really happy that their goal difference was not affected as much. I understand -3 is still a big effect, but it could easily have been -5, -6, and that would have been a complete disaster for Las Palmas. So they wouldn't really have wanted that. So in the end, I think that's the only silver lining for them. Apart from that, it was a really horrible day for them. Real Madrid, on the other hand, now they are 2 points ahead of Atletico Madrid, and I think 8 points ahead of Barcelona, Barcelona are now really struggling. Athletic Club have won their game. They are tied on points with Athletic Club Barcelona. It's not it turned out to be a perfect weekend for Real Madrid. Let's be honest. Athletic losing get Barcelona being held by Getafe, and then Real Madrid going ahead and getting the win. I mean, it was the perfect weekend. Their star players shining as well. They are top of the table as well. Everything. It was a perfect Sunday, and they would hope that they can carry this on to their Champions League clash in midweek, and make sure that they finish in the round of in the top 24 to make sure that they go into the next round, because at the moment they are really struggling in the Champions League. So they really needed emphatic win, a dominating win to get the players back into confidence for that Champions League clash. So quite an interesting game as well. So that's it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Real Madrid's performance, Kylian Mbappe's performance as well, and where do you think is the title going at the moment? Is it going to come to Madrid? And if it's going to come to Madrid, whether it's going to Real or Atleti, or do you think Barcelona are going to come back with a stronger push at the end of the season, and they're going to shock both the Madrid clubs? If you remember my prediction, I did say that Barcelona are going to be third, and the title charge is going to be between the two Madrid clubs. And I did say at the start of the season that Real Madrid are going to win the league. That was my prediction. It is looking like that at the moment, but you never know in football. Like a couple of months ago, Barcelona had a 10-point lead over both the Madrid clubs. So things can change like that in football. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, and what you guys think, who is going to win the title, and who's going to who's not gonna win the title. Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers as quickly as possible, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.